let's finally finish off the 6th season with my long overdue review for To Wearing Back Again. Starlight is invited by the ponies at her old village to help organise and host an event called the Sunset Festival, but is worried about returning there out of fear that she can't manage being a leader among them again. With her best friend Trixie by her side, Starlight does return to the village, but leaves almost immediately after being overwhelmed and having an anxiety attack. Upon her quick return home, she notices Twilight and her friends acting strangely, and soon discovers that during their absence, they've all been captured, along with the royal ponies, by Queen Chrysalis and the Changelings, who have all returned for revenge. Along with Trixie, Thorax and Discord, Starlight must face up to being a leader once more in order to get them through the Changelings' lair, rescue their friends, and defeat Chrysalis again. The first season finale to be a collaborative effort between writers Josh Haber and Mike Vogel, To Wearing Back Again is undoubtedly a risky episode, as it also stands as the first season finale not to focus on any of the main 6. Instead, the core group consists of 4 recurring characters, not to mention that all of them either were or were affiliated with antagonists. And despite a perhaps unsurprisingly mixed reaction from fans, I found the gambles that Haber and Vogel took all paid off, and helped deliver a fantastic episode to round off the season. Before I laud this episode for everything it accomplishes, I will start by addressing the obvious elephants in the room. The way that the main 6, Spike, and the royal ponies are all pony-napped and held prisoner by Chrysalis and the Changelings. Now, I honestly don't mind this happening. Besides the fact that this episode was clearly written to put Starlight front and centre and show how well she could carry a season finale as a now reformed protagonist, it shows that while the characters are smart and strong, they aren't too much so for their own good. They can still be caught off guard and end up in a perilous situation. And it also shows that while they may have become wiser and more powerful over time, so have their enemies, and that's an especially crucial way to write returning characters. When you're writing and developing a good versus evil story, underpowering your villains can be just as detrimental as overpowering your heroes. The fact that we never see how exactly they get captured is definitely disappointing though, and I do find it hard to believe that it would have been too hard to fit 1 or 2 potentially very exciting scenes in to fill these gaps, especially with 2 writers involved. If you're able to look past that though, the rest of the episode is a remarkable success. Starlight truly shines once again as the lead character, overcoming the intense anxiety that she battles throughout the episode to guide her team through the lair, and using everything she's learned across this season and all her bravery to prevail. And most impressively, since none of them are able to use it inside Changeling territory, it's all achieved without the use of magic, which allows Starlight to superbly remember and utilise what she learned from her friendship lesson in every little thing she does. Early on, we get a scene where Luna appears before Starlight in her dream, offering her some guidance and revealing that she sees a lot of herself in her. The parallels between the two are something I never thought about before, but it does actually make sense and work rather effectively. Meanwhile, in what is by far her best appearance to date, Trixie is absolutely fantastic here. And I can't quite believe I'm saying so, but I think she might even be the best character in the episode. As she accompanies Starlight to her old village and both comforts and helps her escape after her nervous breakdown, it's clear that she genuinely cares about her best friend, and is both very supportive and compassionate towards her in the best, if only ways she knows how to be. As it's made clear that she lacks the same understanding and knowledge of friendship that Twilight or Starlight have, and has no idea how to offer friendly advice in the same way, it's a great step forward for Trixie while still keeping very true to her character. She also has some extremely funny lines and reactions, and against the Changeling army, she proves to be strong and resourceful, quick thinking and agile, and after giving some motivational words of encouragement to Starlight, she even willingly sacrifices herself to allow her friends to go on and save the others.
Okay, I'll handle it. You two just get ready to run into the other tunnel.
Wait, what? Trixie, you can't. I won't know what to do. We've already lost Discord. I can't lose you too. Without magic,
Starlight, You got us this far with just my illusions and Discord's annoying personality. You don't need magic to figure out what to do next. I know you're afraid to be in charge, but you're really good at it. Listen to your best friend. Hey, Discord! Want to see the new trick I've been working on? I call it the Changeling Catcher. Run!
Throughout the entire episode, her self-proclaimed great and powerful title rings truer than it's ever done before. And after this episode, I would honestly love to see her again in Season 7. Plus, how can you not love this face? Discord also returns to provide some extra comedy and help in rescuing the ponies. And the way he barely bats an eyelid for any of the royal ponies, but immediately becomes enraged when he hears that Fluttershy was captured with them is just hilarious. And honestly, a little terrifying. I mean, just look at the fury in his eyes and voice.
They took Fluttershy?
Yes.
Where?
The collaboration of him and Trixie is a team-up I've wanted to see for a long time, and it really delivers here. The reluctant pair have excellent chemistry, and on initial introduction, it makes sense that two tricksters with big egos would squabble incessantly like kids. In fact, their bickering perhaps benefits the group in a way, as it's possible that the lack of any semblance of love kinda helps them go undetected inside the Changeling Hive for a long time. Speaking of which, the Hive itself is a unique and inventive habitat for the bug creatures, with its murky and shape-shifting design being very befitting to them. Throughout both parts, the episode consistently remains gripping, engrossing and suspenseful, with each member of the rescue party providing a valuable contribution to saving the day. Whether it's Trixie's sacrifice, Discord's brilliantly awful stand-up comedy coming into play to create a diversion, Thorax impersonating Starlight to allow her to sneak past Chrysalis, or the real Starlight trying to use compassion and understanding to get the Changeling Queen to stand down, before eventually convincing Thorax to embrace the kind-hearted soul he truly is and share his love. This causes him, along with the rest of the Hive, to make a controversial change into brighter and colourful creatures. After being accustomed to their look since Season 2, this new Changeling design does take some getting used to, but it still looks nice nonetheless. The show may get its fair share of criticism for how frequently it reforms its antagonists, but in a clever role and outcome reversal of the QC remark, Chrysalis refuses to change and aggressively swears revenge on Starlight before taking off, leaving the door open for her to strike back again in a future episode, and giving viewers the best of both possible conclusions. Towering Back Again isn't the absolute best of the season finales, but it's certainly up there, packing more than enough fantastic moments and exceptional characters to make it an immensely enjoyable experience that caps off the 6th season in terrific style. It definitely has its flaws, and I understand if they would be hard to overlook for some viewers, but the stuff that's really great, I cannot praise it enough. My heart wants to give it my special Golden Star score, but my mind says it just falls short. It does, however, earn a very strong Gold Star score of 9 out of 10, and that's certainly nothing to be ashamed of. And that concludes another great season of My Little Pony. I can't say it's been the best one yet, but there's still been a lot of highlights and very strong episodes with the same massive and ever-growing cast of wonderful characters that has made it another great one to watch. And it's been a great one to review as well. On which note, I would like to give a quick shout out to everyone who has been following, watching and enjoying all my reviews. To everyone at Equestria Daily and Analysis Daily for all the times you've ever featured any of my reviews, and to my 1600 plus subscribers, whether you just subscribed yesterday or have been following my work for a long time, thank you all so much. This show and its fandom just means so much to me. I love watching and talking about it, and your continued support is something I cannot thank you enough for. As we look ahead to 2017, we have Season 7, 3 Equestria Girls specials, and of course the feature-length movie coming out. It really looks like it will be the year of Pony, and I hope to see you all continue the journey with me. Until then, have a wonderful Heartswarming, and keep shining on, every pony!